Hey, welcome to the week of February 5th, 2024. How crazy is that? In sixth grade social studies. We have a great week ahead of us. We have a half day on Friday. And last week we made some adjustments. We decided that we were going to change up how our next assessment. So that's why we make these videos. So we make sure we are always on the same page. So instead of doing a physical regions of Canada, the geography of Canada assessment, and then move into the natives of Canada and then doing an assessment on that, we are going to combine those. So we're going to kind of cut each of the assessments in half and make them one unit of just Canada, the regions and the natives. So we would have been into a review and making a little place map of the physical regions of Canada. But what we did on Friday instead, because we only have 4 weeks of this trimester left, and I think that some of the adjustments with the snow days and then making sure we are hitting a lot of these things in greater detail is much more important. So instead of doing two assessments, we're just going to have one. And like I told the kids, it will be quite as difficult probably. So everybody wins. So instead of going into a review at the end of last week, we just moved into the natives of Canada, starting with the Arctic natives, way up at the top north of Canada. So this week we will be continuing with that, and we will be talking about the Northwest Coast natives, the Plains natives, and then the Eastern Woodlands natives. So kind of all the way from the West Coast over to the East Coast. And then at the end of this week, we will make a place map now that has the physical regions of Canada, as well as a little showing of where the natives lived with information on all of them. They'll use those place maps then as we go into next week to review and take this assessment on Canada. We'll call it the Canada assessment. So that's where we're at right now. Last week, we also had makeups for the Northwest Hemisphere quiz, and we had our second Asian geography quiz, bodies of water, countries, and cities. We took those on Friday. Students will have all this week to redo those, and like I brought up last week, is just constant reminders. Those are just the 10-question quizzes to really focus repetition and understanding where these major physical features, cities, bodies of water, countries are in the world. So as we continue on with our social studies career, these are not just abstract things out there. They have a real place, a real home somewhere on this earth. But so, and again, with those retakes, I love it. If you looked at the sign-up sheet, there are tons and tons of kids taking opportunities to retake those quizzes. I love it. I hope everybody does. A lot of kids do great on them though. But so we have all this week for the Asia, geography, countries, bodies of water, and cities quiz. So now this week we are moving on from Asia. We've done Europe, we've done the Middle East, we've done Eastern Asia. Now we are moving into the big continent of Africa. There's 54 countries in Africa, lots and lots of cities, lots and lots of bodies of water. But as always, for the next 2 weeks, when we talk about Africa, it will only be 10 questions each week on a set of 15 different options. So it's not these crazy quizzes. So that's kind of how the week is going to go. We have a half day Friday. We are going to be talking about African geography. We are still going to be reading this week, and we are going to be talking about the natives of Canada. Arctic, Northwest Coast, Plains, Eastern Woodlands. It's going to be an absolutely fantastic week.